So this is Stomp, claw tank level. Introduces the claw tanks. So this one, you do actually want to play the sort of same way you expect most of these levels to go. The only difference is the claw tanks effectively act as mobile defense stations. The only problem is you have to defend them. So the main issue here is that you have to defend this very large crystal area. The radar station will be in this. You have to get this as soon as possible because you'll need it to keep track of all your guys that are running around. Right, so now I don't have to worry about those guys because I can just go around here and check everything out. Right, so there's a bunch of enemies sort of just sitting around, and they'll move around. There'll be jetpack guys hanging around too. You'll have to make sure you get those. Interestingly, they don't seem to always attack. Oh, I need more power plants. And these are very useful because they will give you lots of money and will allow you to sort of so now we can move this guy over as we increase our defense stations. It's a bit hard to fully... Oh, fudge. It's a bit hard to fully guard everywhere without the... claw tanks. So I pretty much always use claw tanks. Okay, this one's gonna need... The only problem is that you are going to need to give them sort of... you will need to heal them, which could be... well, will be problematic as you play the game, right? You'll be forced to sort of defend a lot more areas than... forced to sort of run around and defend a lot of areas. The trike will be very useful, which is why I've created a vehicle factory. Of course, you can also use it to make claw tanks now. See, this is what I mean when I say the Astro Fighter costs too much. It's the same as a claw tank, but the claw tanks are a lot better. So here we go. Now the trike can go up and get some of these sort of extra stuff that's going on here. It can run up and get some more money, mostly, right? There's a cache right here. There's also a lot more guys running around, which can be annoying, but this will allow us to create a bunch of Astro Fighters, which I'm going to use. And more claw tanks, theoretically. Although claw tanks are perhaps a bit excessive. The main deal here is to go grab that one. And of course you can use these infantry if you really want to, but they're not very useful. The main enemy base is over here. There's a big thing here with defense stations and everything. You'll need to launch a pretty big assault. The claw tanks can help you with that if you want. I prefer to use the Astro Fighters, but the Astro Fighters will sort of fight in an interesting, fly around in an interesting manner. It'll sometimes help them and sometimes really hinder their efforts at doing things. Oh, here's the... Once you go into the enemy base for the first time, the... Yeah, see. So if you don't do that right, that was really a misstep on my part. If you don't do that right, they'll kill your planes, which is quite annoying. Oh, don't need to build that guy. Build more Astro Fighters. Move these guys up. If you break their power plants, their guns will go offline, similar to yours. So my plan is usually to take a bunch of Astro Fighters, go in, snag the energy generators. Their assault turrets will go offline. Then I can go in with my claw tanks, and not have to worry about. Right now their guns are offline. I can sit claw tanks here. Also, at this point, some of the interestingly, they won't seem to target some things. I don't know why that is. I think it's buildings. And there we go. Alright, this is it.